Afternoon. It is absolutely gorgeous outside, especially when you think about yesterday. The high was 48. The day before that, the high was, I don't know what. It was cold. And even my next door neighbors, daffodils that have already gone through kind of the droop going on right now because of the extreme, I say extreme cold, but I guess technically it's not. It's still March. And Kyle, for the remainder of this month, which is short, it's hard to believe that Friday is the 1st of April already. What do we have in store for us for the next 7 days, Kyle?
So today we got a high of 81, low of 60 rainy rate. And there's a red flag warning till 8 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow before morning showers, high of 65, low of 43, and a low of 37. And Friday, we got some morning rain and snow showers in the morning, high 48, low 28. Saturday, before partly cloudy skies, high 58, low 38. Sunday, partly cloudy, high 58, low 35. Monday, cloudy, high 58, low 41. Tuesday, afternoon showers, high 61, low 50. And next Wednesday, morning showers, high of 71, low 48. And COVID cases in Ohio now, we are just going to see the weekly cases, not daily now, so that's a good sign because tomorrow we should see our new COVID cases coming out tomorrow. Statewide and active cases now are still dropping. We're down to 114 active cases, and that's a good progress. And also, 21 states had sued the Biden administration for the transportation mask mandate, which does expire in the next 3 weeks or so. And at least we are actually exiting out this whole pandemic itself. But as long as we know, the BA.2 is actually not as dangerous as we thought it was going to be, as the original Omicron variant was. Because they're saying the BA.2 is actually the dominant strain, but as of right now, the cases are not even going up right now. So that's actually the encouraging sign because more people are getting vaccinated now. FDA has okay boosters for Pfizer and Moderna for 50 years and older. And we are actually in the best place since July of 2021. So that's a good progress. In Ohio athletics, we got softball next Tuesday. Or baseball is home next Tuesday, and softball is for next Tuesday. Softball doubleheader next Wednesday, 1 to 3. And we got baseball next Friday at 5 p.m. Toledo. And also I want to mention this. There's actually a good celebration for the oldest football coach in the MAC East. So we are planning a full afternoon activities, including a team scrimmage, home, halftime coach selection, the Marching 110 performance, hot dogs, cone ice, Mr. Softy games, and giveaways will be available for fans all day. This is all Ohio Athletics invites you to join us at Payne Stadium next Saturday, April 9th from 1 to 4 to honor and celebrate the 16 years that Coach Solich led to the Ohio Bobcats. His time included 11 bowl appearances, 4 Mid-American Conference East titles, and a top 25 rankings. The scrimmage will start at 1 p.m. at Payne Stadium, and it's always free and it's open to the public. Come out to the Payne Stadium to cheer on the Bobcats in an open scrimmage. There will be members of the Ohio football alumni that span across Coach Solich's legacy. And this is actually free because this is actually during Mom's Weekend, so this is actually going to be a good time to do it because we got about less than a month left of the semester left to go. And also, don't mention this. That's the day after my 3-year anniversary working at my job, and I'm off next Friday to honor my 3-year anniversary at my job. I hope to see you there. It's supposed to be a beautiful, warm day, but no snow or anything like we had on April Fool's last year. We might have snow again on April Fool's this year again, but you never know what this long is going to continue to do on. And let's go. Let's get ready for the spring game, and not long after that, we got the football season approaching on us fast and coming.
There you go. Let's go, Bobcats. So, Kyle, you mentioned the vaccinations. The second booster dose can be given to people age 50 plus. Can you remind us all which types of vaccine that is?
Moderna and Pfizer.
Moderna and Pfizer. So those that has been authorized. So it'll be interesting to see that rolling out, especially for those who were vaccinated early on for your booster. I'm assuming they'll kind of be first in line and they'll work their way through, but
Yeah.
it's great news.
Mine will be like in November.
Great news.
Usually November
Yeah.
is mine.
The other thing is the city has viral load sampling sites, 4 different locations throughout the city: Richland Avenue, the Depot Lift Station, near the library, as well as the head of the wastewater treatment plant. Ohio University has 5 sites, actually multiple sites, to where they're monitoring the viral load as well. And those numbers have also been extremely, extremely low, Kyle, which is great news, to where they're seeing little blips here and there, but by and large, those numbers have
Really
tumbled
dropped.
as much as our positive case counts. But don't let down your guard. Get your vaccine. It's easy. Get your vaccine, get your boosters. The vaccinations have been authorized, I believe, for almost all age groups now.
2 months to
2 months.
2 months beginning at the end of April.
So get it. It's going to help us. It's going to help our county. Kyle, you also mentioned the Red Flag Day. Today is a Red Flag Day, and I know that there's been a number of people who have wondered, what is a Red Flag Day? Are we playing football or what? Red Flag Day warning is when the risk for a fire, a ground fire, leaves, trees, brush, whatever, is high. It's high because today is a really dry day, as well as the winds are going to be picking up. And so that's going to take place through 8 p.m. today. So please, no burning of yard waste in your backyard or wherever, no campfires, things like that. Just stave it off for a day. It's not necessarily, and please, it'll help reduce the risk, because we are going to see winds that can gust up to 30 miles an hour. And when you start having gusty winds and dry environment, and with leaves that are still on the ground and a lot of dry timber all over the place, it's a recipe for disaster, quite honestly. So keep that in mind. A Red Flag Day, these are warnings that the National Weather Service puts out when we do have dry tinder on the ground, and especially with high winds. Columbia Gas on West Union Street. I know that Scott has been seeing it. Scott Thompson is like, when is this going to be done? I have noticed it and feel the same way, especially when I'm going from West Union on up to, say, West State Street, or up to Stu Mack, or going to the West End ball fields. They are replacing gas lines through that area, and work is going to continue on through today, and there's going to be flaggers in place. They are restricting it to one-way traffic with flaggers, so there is a fair amount of congestion that's taking place within the intersection of Schaefer and West Union. So they're going to continue working on this. If you have questions about this, this is through Columbia Gas. So you can reach out to the Columbia Gas Public Affairs Specialist at 419-351-8398. Again, Columbia Gas Public Affairs Specialist at 351-8398. And they can fill you in on more details about that particular project, which it has been going on for quite some time. Spring cleanup. This is going to be April 18th through the 22nd here in Athens, and we are asking residents to place out unlimited amounts of trash bags at the curb during their regular trash pickup days at no additional cost. This is for things that you want to have hauled away for you. Pretty simple. Building materials, tires, and liquids will not be accepted at the curb, but all other waste things that you collect in your house that you're wanting to get rid of, make sure you contact, or you put that out during the day in which you would normally have your trash picked up. So for me, it's Wednesdays. So we would haul things out there on Wednesday morning to have it picked up. Again, that's the week of April 18th through the 22nd. If you have larger items that you want to dispose of, they can also be picked up at the curb during that week, but you have to call to arrange for a pickup, and the standard special haul rate minimum charge, it's $15.75. So keep that in mind. Big items, they can be picked up, but you're going to be charged that special haul rate of $15.75 per cubic yard will apply. And there's some other things going on that week. Kyle, do you want to touch on those real quick?
There's also the Arbor celebration and the Earth Day celebrations on the 18th at Walter Hall on the 18th. And the 22nd, the Earth Day parade starts at Pickering's Hall, which is right near Nelson. It's actually not that far from where the Juneteenth Festival usually takes place at, which is actually just behind those buildings, which is actually, McKinley's Hall is actually, if you go down Baker, turn to the left, and it's actually maybe like a half mile west from there. So actually, they're saying it starts from there from noon to 1, ends in Baker's, and they're saying they'll have Earth Day stuff like the costumes, rivers will be there, and they'll have noisemakers on Earth Day. This is the second Earth Day parade since 2019, because in the last 2 years it was canceled because of COVID. And we're actually in the better place than we were like 2 years ago.
So keep that in mind. There's all kinds of interesting things going on.
Yep.
For sure. We started experiencing a significant amount of graffiti that was being spray painted up on the 6th floor of the parking garage, both lower 6 and upper 6. We've also experienced some other issues within the parking garage of late. So we have recently installed, high-res security cameras throughout the parking garage to include upper and lower 6. And it has a live stream right into the police department dispatch, and they will be sending officers up there, as they have been since we deployed these new cameras, to apprehend someone who is illegally destroying or defacing government property, the parking garage. So I just want to get that out there to everyone, that it is being surveilled, and people have been apprehended and charged, and they will be doing community service to remove graffiti and other things in the uptown area. So just want everyone to know that surveillance up there is going on throughout the parking garage, because it is a live stream in real time. These cameras are so high tech that they're able to pan in and really capture who it is that's doing the tagging up there, as several people have. We've even heard people say, well, we thought the city was turning the 6th floor of the parking garage into something similar to Ohio University's graffiti wall off of off Richland Avenue, yeah, but that's not the case. The 6th floor of the parking garage is not graffiti wall, and again, you'll be charged. So just keep that in mind, that we do have these cameras, and they are being watched 24/7, or at least being streamed 24/7. Arts, Parks, and Recreation, they are offering Zumba again. And so now is the time to register. The class is going to run April 16th through May 28th on Saturdays from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. So if you're interested in Zumba, and I noticed they've got boot camp, they've got there's Hatha Yoga, there's a number of different courses or classes that are going on as well. But Zumba has been away for a while apparently, and now it is back. So run down and sign up for these. It's simple. I'll register online at www.ci.athens.oh.us, or you can call the community center at 592-3325. So check that out. The other big thing that's going on is, and Scott, do you play ukulele? Oh, he's saying a little bit. A little bit. His daughter is better. I don't play ukulele. My mother used to. Partnering with Ohio University School of Music to offer free ukulele classes for kids ages 12 to 15. Again, you can register by going online, or you can call the community center at 592-3325 and take ukulele. All I can think of is little Tim playing ukulele. Barefoot in the Park with Me, or something like that, singing in the tulips. Anyway, Another thing, if you're interested in becoming a lifeguard for the city of Athens this swim season, but are not sure how to get started, the community center will get you started. There's going to be lifeguard certification class. It'll be, the last one is today. I know this is tight, but the class will be at Beacon School from 5 to 8 p.m. You can email Aaron Helms at ehelms, that would be EHELMS, at ci.athens.oh.us, or you can probably call the community center at 592-3325 and register for taking that. But again, today's the last day. It's at Beacon School, 5 to 8 p.m. I feel like I've been all over the place in the past couple weeks. Now that meetings are opening back up again to in-person meetings, I've been to Chillicothe twice. I've been to Columbus. I've been all over the place as my role as the mayor and being engaged with different groups. Just came back from Chillicothe moments ago, to where President Hugh Sherman has agreed and has been engaging for several months now with the mayors of regional campus communities. That would be Chillicothe, Zanesville, Lancaster, Ironton, and St. Clairsville. Today we were in Chillicothe, and it's wonderful to see President Hugh Sherman engaging with the mayors of the regional campus communities, as well as my meeting with Hugh every month to talk about how things are going at Ohio University, partnerships where we can, expansion of our MOU between the city and the university, as well as at least keeping up to date on things that are happening in the city, as well as things that are happening on campus. So that meeting was very fruitful, but constantly engaging on multiple levels, throughout the state, as well as within the county and Southeast Ohio, and looking at ways we can continue to make ourselves the best that we possibly can be. Again, that's part of the role of what I believe to be the role of the mayor of any community, is partnering with our neighboring communities, counties, and our state elected officials. We're seeing a lot of movement of late at the Armory, to where we have gotten to the point where we have pretty much gotten all stored items out of the Armory, or very close to getting a lot of stored items out of there, as we continue to explore ways in which we can turn the Armory into a co-work, share work space for digital commuters, people who are working remotely and no longer want to have to do it from their kitchen table or their office in their home, and want to get out into a little bit different environment. I feel like we keep getting closer and closer, as we have applied for several different funding sources, to include getting into the state capital budget, because it's that time of year, but also looking at the Appalachian Regional Commission, ARC Power Grant mechanism, and Southeast Ohio, or Ohio Southeast rather, under Jobs Ohio, looking at the Vibrant Community Grant mechanism to see if we can get money for the Armory to have it become, once again, a fully functional building that is open to the public and used for event space on the large drill floor, which is a really interesting space, but also office spaces and space, again, for people who are working remotely and looking for a little bit different venue to operate out of. So a lot of movement going on there, which is always wonderful to finally see that become a building that is open to the public, because at the end of the day, it is part of the public trust here in the city of Athens. That all said, I know that High Fest kind of went smoothly, which was great. Of course, they also had almost a half inch or an inch of snow on the ground. The weekend before that was Mill Fest. That too appeared to have gone pretty smoothly, to where by 4 p.m. things were pretty much over on those. We do have Palmer Fest in front of us. That is April 23rd. We're expecting the same, to where we will be, there'll be police presence here. I did have someone ask me, what's with all the horse trailers down at the community center pool area? Again, that is the staging area this year for mounted patrol, not just for the City of Athens Police Department, but also other municipalities that have their mounted come in and lend assistance with having their mounted patrols walking up and down within those fest spaces. Again, the next one being on the 23rd. So you can anticipate seeing on the 22nd and the 23rd the same thing down off of East State Street, but it will be mounted patrols coming in from elsewhere for, Palmer Place as well as Palmer Fest on the 23rd of April. That all said, and then after that, we're going to have graduation right around the corner. And then, just as a reminder, the designated outdoor refreshment area will be going live shortly after OU commencement. And some of you may have noticed that one of the parklets has already gone back up again. The one in front of Brennan's, one of our wonderful uptown establishments, has put their parklet back in place again, and we're going to start to see, I think, more and more of those popping up, which is great. It's a wonderful asset. The other thing that you'll see is that we're deploying now our 20-minute parking zones. We have strategically placed parking meters that are set up for 10 to 20-minute parking so that it is ease of access. If you want to jump out really quick to go into Little Professor and then jump next door to Court Street Coffee and grab a cup of coffee or whatever, it makes it easier as opposed to the typical 2-hour parking that we've got by and large all throughout the uptown area. So that's another asset that you're going to be seeing shortly, to where if you just want a short jump into a place, we're strategically locating them. Donkey Coffee, I know, is a location. As I mentioned, Little Professor, Court Street Coffee. There's several others throughout the uptown area, but it certainly will be of benefit to see heavier or faster rotation off of the meters in certain places, to where you just want to jump out and grab something real quick and get back on the road again. So that all said, Kyle, it's always great having you here with me, joining me to provide all things weather, OU, and coronavirus. I'm with you. I'm seeing these numbers continue to tumble, but we still need to be vigilant and be thinking through that we need to protect ourselves and others around us so that we can really finally put this thing to bed and transition truly to endemic as opposed to pandemic. So thank you, Kyle. And thanks to anyone who's out there in TV land joining us today. Please join us again next week for our next installment, Kyle, of the weekly update with Kyle Johansson and the mayor. Thank you.